Namaste and blessings. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nela, and today, beautiful souls, we're going to be asking our most venerated ancestors and, of course, our beloved Mother Earth to please guide us. We're asking for messages in order to support our journey here in life as sacred, beautiful human beings. Powerful spirits. All right, guys, cleansing and clearing the energies. And of course, I speak blessings upon you and your family. Love, prosperity, health, wealth, and love. My beautiful souls, I'm going to be channeling messages first, utilizing the coffee grounds. Then we'll use tarot. All right. So there's a lion, Leo energy, courage, strength, our capacity to protect, passion, self expression. I'm hearing, do you know your values? Do you know your morals? What truly matters to you? And how are you showing up? Leo energy, consistency, creativity, discipline, protection, standing up for what matters in our lives, having the courage and the strength to take action, to problem solve, to show up. How comfortable are you with shining? And how much do you celebrate when others are shining too? Right? There's the energy of the number 5. So this is about growth, expansion, sometimes conflict around us, conflict within us. This energy can speak of having different aspects of ourselves. They're trying to unite, to come into clarity, okay? And so there might be some inner conflict. And so what happens is we are conflicted within, right? Then it's very easy to procrastinate, to go into self-doubt, and to just feel like stagnant, okay? And so it is important to see it with the polarity and duality of this energy, okay? How many times do you want to pursue something, but then your ego is telling you stories and narratives about how you're not important, you're less than, you're unattractive, what you do doesn't have value, what you got nothing to offer. We want to look at the shadow of self-pity, self-centeredness. Oh my God, everybody's talking about me. Everybody's, oh, me, says the ego, right? And so we want to approach life practicing self-awareness, knowing that we have a shadow and we have, of course, beautiful aspects of ourselves, right? Leo energy, we wanna think about, like I said, self-centeredness, rigidity, control, refusal to change. Just because this is the way, there's one way, this is the only way, so it can be entitlement, or it just can be about, oh, every time, I don't want to use the word every time. Let me just say this differently. How about when I make choices and decisions, when I communicate, do I take into consideration how I'm going to affect others? Or, I'll just go with it and I don't think about the consequences, how my choices and decisions, affect those I care and love. And so we have the number 8, and that brings the energy of a Scorpio. We want to find where are we holding on to rigidity. It's also fixed water, where are we intellectualizing life, emotions, things, and not honoring the aspect to where we have to practice transmutation. And yes, sitting with discomfort, with experiencing sometimes difficult emotions, pain, right, is part of it, right? We have to attend to that aspect of the waters. Leo energy, we wanna pay attention to. So what is your relationship with anger? Do you run away from difficult situations? Do you have the capacity to see through the discomfort? What kind of communication do you practice? Right? Are you reactive? Are you defensive? Or do you sit with it and then you're like, okay, well, how do you approach challenges and discomfort? Right? There's an energy here with the number 2 of relationships, partnerships, collaborations, groups. And how are you your own partner, right? Because if you self-pity yourself into in life or if you reject your divine feminine or you speak very negative upon your divine masculine, then what kind of partner are you going to be, right? What kind of partner? Let's just keep it there. So what's your relationship with the mother within you and the father within you, right? Have you take a look at family dynamics, habits, ways of doing things, traditions? Why? Because we have the number 5 and the number 8. So this is about the bigger picture, healing and transforming. All right. We have the number 13. We have the letter Y. We have the letter M, N, R, F, T, G, P, Z. I see the number 4, 64, 51, 12, number 9, 77. All right, so let's continue. So with this energy of Leo, we want to look at, like I said, the shadow aspects and the, light aspects or attributes, positive and negative, you know what I mean? We want to speak about leadership. How are you the leader of your life? How do you feel about having a healthy sense of independence? Right? When approaching your creativity, what is driving? Is it seeking for validation? Is it seeking for approval because there's something to integrate? Right? What aspects of you need nourishing? Because Leo energy is very protective. It's going to take care and nurture what they love. But then Leo also have the tendency to just get lost in their own selves and not think about others. And they can become very forceful too and controlling. And so we're going to look at that. And remember, we all experience this energy and we all have it to a degree. And so, anyways, moving forward, I see a fox and a little ant. The fox and the ant are having a conversation. And this is about strategy. This is about community collaboration because there's a tiny number 2 right here. This is the auntie and this is the fox, and there's a number 2 right here. Then I see 10. And they're like, okay, well, we're having a conversation. I feel that this is speaking about energies that are playing out within, us, two aspects of us, the aspect of us that wants to respect boundaries, the aspect of us that wants to enter into partnerships, collaborations, who want to be part of something that matters, right? With that Leo energy. But then the fox brings a bigger picture, thinking things through it. We need a strategy. And now this is not a strategy. Oh, I see. When it's to change is that the strategy that can be very manipulative, because the fox also bring that energy of, the trickster too. And so there's a call here into, all right, self-awareness. Do I really know what is it that I desire when approaching anything in life? And if we're talking about partnership, collaborations, community, friendship, and or family dynamics, right? Do I really know? Do I really know why I'm saying the things I'm saying? Do I really know why do I want to do this or that? So I feel that these two energies just want to take us into taking more accountability and having that awareness. You know what I mean? Um, then our relationship with the fire, right? Giving ourselves permission to experience healthy anger and saying, all right, if I'm feeling angry, what's really happening within me emotionally in my unconscious? And the fox is saying, all right, so how can I support you? It brings the strategy in order to what? To bring moving forward healing strategy to support you. Okay? All right. I feel that was very good. Yeah, I see the moon too, by the way. Moon energy. Want to pay attention to the lungs. I'm hearing that message too. Paying attention to our lungs. Okay. Attending to any feeling of not feeling value, seeing, heard, any feeling or belief that we are unimportant, that we don't have anything to give, to offer, all of that, grief, sorrow, the pain of not belonging. We want to look at the lungs and then, what are your healthy options? How can you deal with that in a way that is healthy and supporting you into moving forward and healing? And or what are you coping to? What are the narratives you tell yourself? Are you truly transmuting it, or are you just mentally telling you, that I'm okay? And how much and how many times, sorrow, grief, and loneliness of feeling unvalued hides behind humor and hide behind words, and so, we want to look at that. That's what I'm hearing. Remember, I'm just a messenger. Where here comes the number 9 with the sun in Sagittarius. And so, strength, courage. The sun comes to bring true, to take you into the depths of things. So Sagittarius can be about, okay, I'm going to go deeper, or I can just create a story. So, and remember, not every Sagittarius is the same, but if I'm intuitive reading these, it feels like I want to go deep, and the sun is bringing illumination. This is one. So my capacity to take action and the illumination. Where am my actions coming from? Am I really backing up the things I'm saying? Are my words, my thoughts, my words, and my actions really a representation of what I stand for? The Knight of Cups reverse. There might be some wounds related to the feminine, to the mother, to the waters, okay? It can be a little bit of disconnection with the emotional body. Saturn and Sagittarius, oppression. Okay, wow. Okay, well, lessons. How do you integrate your spiritual lessons? What are the narratives and the stories that you give life? And I told you that also there's a 10 above the fox in the end that are having a conversation. And this is about becoming very clear when it comes to our intentions. Do I really know what's driving my actions and my choices? The things you do in your day to day. Do you know? This is about self-awareness, and then your capacity to really show up in your life. All right. And so if we having an imbalance here within the emotions and the fire. Then we have to work solar plexus. We have to self-empowerment. We have to bring more accountability. If we want to what? The ace of this, bring the elements into balance, because the ace conveys, right, the pentacle conveys the energy of all elements. And so if our elements are not in a place of harmonious balance, then there's a little bit of distortion. Okay, well, here comes Saturn in Taurus with failure. So we are meant to review, how do I really feel about my life, my past, my past? Have I come into a place of integrating things from a place of peace? Do I really understand what was playing out, the dynamics, the things I was doing? So this is really about processing, analyzing, and having the proper narrative that then is going to become the peace that you're seeking, right? This is bringing things into a perspective that brings healing and is, but this is beyond, I just tell myself, this is like I said, with the pentacles, is the elements are working together. Oh, I get it. I get it. You know, I know better now, right? The hermit. We still are looking within, or there's a need to go within for illumination. This energy of the hermit is going to take you into the underworld in order for you to gain clarity. I feel that also we need a different perspective. And I also feel that the creator, our ancestors, are calling us within in order to bring clarity about, you know, where we at and what has happened in our lives. Well, here it is. I was feeling this energy of the grief, sorrow, disappointment, this Five of Cups. So Mars and Scorpio. So Spirit is saying, listen, there's more to the picture. There are layers and layers to grieving and transmuting, right? Any feelings of loneliness, all right? We still have to get out of survival too, because this energy of Taurus speaks of our capacity to experience beauty and create beauty and self-worth. But if I don't feel worthy, how am I going to create something that is rooted in truth and harmony? Because and this is about the unconscious. Having the hermit here, this is about divine illumination. Here's the sun, here's the sun. The sun brings healing because it illuminates what needs to be seen. And what needs to be seen is that we still are working through layers of releasing unworthiness, past pain, past disappointments. We're moving through removing rigidity, resistance to change. we are we're healing from feeling separated and then inflicting separation not just upon us but upon others. We're doing intense healings, you guys. And so yeah, there's another layer, the Knight of Wands reversal. This is the fire spirit. We want to pay attention to not being careless. This energy wants to bring maturity and accountability. It wants to bring a different perspective. So then we can manifest differently. There we go. So number 6 with the Jupiter in Leo. The energy of Leo. This is really about activating and manifesting a harmonious life and a harmonious way to manifest things. So there's an expansion, and then Jupiter brings clarity and blessings. But because we are going into the depths of things. It's not good luck and manifestation by chance. This is in co-creation with nature, blessed by nature. Why? Because we are going through the distress, the discomfort, the transmutation of pain. Saturn, the lessons. So Sagittarius brings in the Hermit, right? Virgo brings a bigger picture to the things we're doing. And so with this energy, the Leo, right? This is when we're like, oh my God, we're showing up from a place of balance. There's a lot of there's healthy fire. And so we are now moving with harmony and from a place of true illumination and not from a place to where we cannot maintain things because we still have some level of immaturity and or disconnection or distortions. A lot of the unconscious. All right, you guys. Bottom of the deck, Saturn and Leo, and this is it. Can make things up. I want to say that, there are layers to healing. Healing is not linear. Um, our ancestors, our Mother Earth is supporting us, and all we have to do is just make the conscious choice to show up with accountability. Oh my goodness, Saturn in Libra. There's an aspect of relationships. Well, my relationship with myself will affect my relationship with others, and here it is, right? Sorrow. So spiritual alchemy, you guys. Take accountability, take responsibility, journal, write things down, bring perspective, sorry, see things differently. And remember, like, there's a lot of times that we think we got it all figured out, and here comes Saturn, or here comes the creator, or whatever, God, the universe, into bringing us into, hey, there's more to the picture, right? Because healing, like I said, is not linear. um and so, that's an energy of Leo. Sometimes it's like they feel like they got it, and they can be very settled in their beliefs, and they don't want to practice the humility. But I mean, that Leo energy plays out within the shadow of every human being. And so I'm not, directing that as just Leo people. All right, you guys, may you be blessed on your journey. Thank you so much for being here. Ciao, ciao.